Paul Bogle fight in a bloody war. A war for defense of his people. Even today the war still continue. Say it's a bloody, bloody war.
150 years ago, a very brave Jamaican, the Honorable Paul Bogle, my hero, did the unthinkable. He was a very selfless man. He was a man that believed in the justice of his people. And this year, October 10th, will be celebrated in Stony Gut. We're appealing to every single person on the planet Earth that can make that pilgrimage to Stony Gut, St. Thomas, and celebrate the 150th year of the Marant Bay Rebellion. On October 24th, we will have the grand finale. This very special day was the day that the Honorable Paul Bogle was hung. Hung for doing the right thing, hung for freeing his people, hung for not even thinking about the wealth that he had, because he was a very wealthy man. But he personally gave of his life for his people. So we're inviting all of you through the Paul Bogle Foundation to come to Marant Bay on October 24th. Come in your hundreds and thousands and pay your respect to one of the greatest era of the 7 eras that we have here in Jamaica, and that is the Honorable Paul Bogle. Prophecy Izis, a young artist from Toronto who believe in the struggles, who believe in his own country being able to stand and rise, has come out with a very powerful song by the name of Bloody War. Bloody War is a song that dealt with the issues of the time. The wanton murdering of our children, the wanton murdering of our people, the scarcity of food, because he mentioned we have to go back to the days of planting food, which we're not doing in Jamaica. If we do not do that, plant food, we're all going to die of starvation. So Bloody War, look out for it, it's on the Big Stone record label. Also, Prophecy Izis will be flying in all the way from Toronto to come to Jamaica to make sure that he pays his respect to one of the greatest era, of our time, and that is the Right Honorable Paul Bogle. Bloody War, look out for it. It's a dynamic song, well done, well recorded by Prophecy Izis. We celebrate 150 years of this great brother, a deacon minister, a man that didn't have to get involved if he didn't want to, a man that was so wealthy that he didn't even have to be associated with anything poor, much less anything black. But he paid the ultimate price, and that is the price of death. Let's celebrate this year, 2015, as a milestone. Let it also be what we call, or my friend Honorable Racer Matthew would call it, a paradigm shift, so we can move into gear, pick up the mantle of Paul Bogle, and move forward into the next generation. October 24th, Marant Bay, come out in your thousands and support. Give thanks.
Yes, I give tribute to this great young artist, Prophecy Izis, that has also brought tribute to our great liberator, Shakaben Awayo, known to you as Paul Bogle. Prophecy Izis has done a song really reaching to my heart. Bloody War. Bloody War. In it, he highlights the struggles of Shakaben Awayo, Paul Bogle. Greetings. As I stand in front of the great monument dedicated to Sam Sharp, it brings to mind Prophecy Izis, Bloody War, the great rebellion of 1831 by Sam Sharp is brought to life by Prophecy Izis in his wonderful music, Bloody War. The Christmas Day rebellion was bloody war, because we had to stand up and fight for our rights as human beings. Africans being subjugated to inhuman treatment. Sam Sharp, that Baptist preacher, had to rise up to defend the rights of black people being trampled upon. So we look today at this great prophecy Izis, bringing to life that vivid memory of that bloody war.
This great artist from out of Toronto, Canada, by the name of Prophecy Izis. His conception of what the Honorable Sam Sharp and what he did for all people in 1831 when we had the Christmas Day Rebellion. Why it was Christmas Day? Because Sam Sharp was very smart. He knew that the slave owners or the slave masters would be drunk from drinking all that alcohol over the Christmas night. So he strategically planned this great rebellion, not just comprising of St. James alone, but also Hanover and Westmoreland and Trelawney. It was a bloody war. Prophecy Izis came up with this magnificent song to help to soothe some of the wounds that was created by these slave masters. Sam Sharp is one of our heroes that fought a bloody, bloody war.
Many of the Maroons led the battle, continued the fight against the oppressive colonialists. She refused to bow to their dictates. She would not meet with them over the table to talk about peace. How can you talk about peace when you are killing my people? Queen Nanny of the Maroons fought the white enslavers to death. She would not yield because she believed that she was a great and noble queen, subjugated to inhumane treatment by these white enslavers. Queen Nanny of the Maroon inspired Prophecy Izis to bring forward in this time the continued struggle through a musical rendition, Bloody War. When you listen to Bloody War, you will understand the spirit that was in Nanny of the Maroons to rise up and get rid of the enslavers. Prophecy Izis in this time is urging you to rise up, wise up, and get rid of the colonial enslavers. Bloody War is the epitome of the struggle that Nanny of the Maroons fought. And it is in our ball court now that we must continue that fight. Prophecy Izis, as a prophet, you have brought forth the paradigm shift that we need.
Prophecy Izis, a young artist, a young Jamaican African artist that believes in the struggle of our people, that sees the struggle of our people, and he came up with this monster hit, Bloody War. Not much of our national heroes fought a bloody war, but Nanny of the Maroon fought a bloody war. A bloody war that we hope we do not have to emulate. We only hope that the words of this great young artist, Prophecy Izis, will be listened to by us as Jamaicans who are experiencing the hardship, the rapes, the murders, the incest. Let's hope we can take notes from out of this great song and understand that a bloody war was fought by Nanny of the Maroons for our redemption, our African redemption. Jamaica, this is the year 2015. If we do not make a stance now, when will we find time to make a stance? Go out, get this song, listen to it, and make sure you're a part of the revolution. On the 24th of October, Prophecy Izis will grace the stage in Morant Bay when we celebrate the 150th anniversary of our great hero, Paul Bogle, who was inspired, of course, by Nanny of the Maroons. A bloody war, a bloody war, a bloody war.
Blessed love, and as we stand here on the threshold of celebrating Paul Bogle's victory in the Morant Bay Rebellion, and we say victory because after the Morant Bay Rebellion, a lot of civil rights, a lot of things had to change. It was not business as usual, so it is victory, and we celebrate it. Prophet Izis has done a great tribute, Bloody War, and in it he calls on the spiritual works of the right excellent Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Spiritual warfare had to take place for us to survive. When you look at what happened across the Atlantic Ocean for our African mothers and fathers to get here, it was their spirit, the unbroken, unbridled spirit that kept them going. Marcus Mosiah Garvey, as the spiritualist as he was, decided there should be nothing to divide us as a people. No religion, no class, nothing should divide us because we are one family, one African family created by the Most High. And Mr. Garvey in his spirituality said to the white man, if you want to worship a God of Abraham and Isaac, do so. I shall worship Africa, God through the eyes of Africa. And this is what he did. He knew that in the beginning, man was created in the image of God and placed in the Garden of Eden. Prophet Izis, you have hit the nail on the head. When you said that Marcus Garvey fought a spiritual war, it was spiritual. It took
a war for defense of his people. Even today the war still continue. Say it's a bloody, bloody war. Marcus Garvey fight in a spiritual war. A war for repatriate his people. Come and prepare some food to face this war. For it's a bloody, bloody war. Say history did tell you about this war. And prophecy come tell you about this hour. Send of lightning I go lick you in this hour. When all your institution locked down in this hour. Don't forget dead all fi hungry in this hour. Don't forget dead by disease in this hour. For it's a bloody, bloody war. A bloody, bloody war. What? Hold on.
Last August, we celebrate the 128th birthday of our first national and only international hero, the right excellent Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Today is very special for me because I get an opportunity to stand on holy ground, grounds which was blessed by the presence and the body of the right honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Prophecy Izis spoke of Paul Bogle fighting a bloody war. Prophecy Izis spoke of Nanny of the Maroon fighting a bloody war. Prophecy Izis spoke of Sam Sharp fighting a bloody war. But when it touches the right honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey, he knows that the granddaddy has fought a spiritual war. I am so happy to be a part of this great movement. I'm so happy to be a part of this great DNA, because I know the DNA of the right honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey runs through my vein. Jamaica, we need to wake up. We need to start giving our national heroes, not just the Paul Bogle, the Nanny, the Sam Sharp, the Marcus Garvey, Norman Manley, the Buster Mantis and so on. We need to revere our ancestors, because if we do not revere our ancestors, guess what? Our ancestors will not revere us. Prophecy Izis, you have done it, my brother. You have come out with a powerful song to celebrate the 150th anniversary of the Morant Bay Rebellion. It was a bloody war, but it was a war that was well fought for. It was a war that was needed to refreshen the spirit of our people. So we give thanks. Bloody war is a man state.